Last night's stresses are today's not so much stressed. Last night I did a vlog about my stress and how worried I was about my council tax and merging over from ESA to Universal Credit. Hang on, let me have a sip of my coffee. I'm so dry mouthed, I tell you. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I was so worried because the online form was as clear as mud. I was stressed out. I'd had a big cry. I felt really, really stressed. I didn't know what to do, to be honest. I was really panicky. Anyway, then I said I had Peaches' vet appointment, didn't know how much it was going to be, and vet costs there. And then I was told that on an online statement I'd be getting £40 for the month, £80, £84. And I was like, hey, can't work this out for love and money. Anyway, today, new day. I phoned up the council officers. I spoke to a lady on the benefits section called Angela, who was very, very nice and very helpful. And she filled in the online form with me and got all the relevant information off my statement that I got from my Universal Credit, and all the figures tallied, everything balanced up. So she says we can start looking at this today for you, or as soon as possible, basically. And I was like, brilliant. Then I've mentioned that I already paid with the council tax because of waiting on money for Universal Credit and ESA merger and all the rest of it. I was short on money and I needed, I phoned up the office. A guy was supposed to have sent me a statement out, a new revised schedule, didn't send it. So then I ended up with a letter from the courts wanting me to go to court. Anyway, I phoned up the council officers and explained the situation, and they said, we'll do you a new revised schedule, but we'll add £95 on top. £95. So I had to pay that, as well as a month's full council tax for the month when I should be only paying 20%. And so anyway, so when you get your help, your money to help you with merging over from one to the other, so it gives you a bit of financial support. I then used that money to be able to sort this out, and also my gas, electric and all the rest of it. £800 sounds a lot, but when you start taking big bills out and big costs like this out, it soon disappears. And then I had paid my carer and everybody else up to date, so I was up to date with everything. All my bills, I can't get my words out now, were all up to date. And I told her about this, and she says, "Oh, there's no promises, but we'll see what we can do." And she passed me over to another team after we filled in the online form. I then passed back to the same lady. She was like, "Oh, it's me again," and I says, "Well, I've just been passed back from this one section she passed me to." They then passed me back, and she put a note on the system, a message for whoever was receiving me at the other end. And anyway, they've now put notes here, there and everywhere to get this looked into. So hopefully I should get some money back. As instead of paying on the 25th of February and March, 2 lots of 50 quid, I've only got £10 to pay them. So anyhow, that's another thing, another weight off my shoulders gone. And then I phoned up the vets and I said that Peaches is due for her first injections next week. Delayed because of her surgeries that she had, and the hernia operation was, according to the vets anyway, more of a priority than having these injections because she's an indoor cat. So anyhow, they then I then said about it, and I didn't know where my money would be and what's going in where and how this, is going to be, whether it's all change or whether the payments for me as carry on as normal but in a new way. And I said I can't understand it. It's about as clear as mud. And so anyway, I said I'm not cancelling as in cancelling, but I'm postponing until I know exactly what money's going in where and how much. And, so I've got a clear head that I'm going in for this appointment on this date. And then I asked the question how much your injections will be, 86 quid. So I said, right, I've got in my head then clear that this is what it's going to cost for the appointment. And I've then got the money in my head, this is what I've got to spend. So I said, until I know, and the letters that come from them are as clear as mud, they don't explain very well. I'd rather come in knowing what's what. And she's like, that's fine. So it's been cancelled for now, so the appointment can be available to somebody else that needs it. And yeah, I'll phone back. So basically, me reaching out to people, saying I need some help, has definitely helped me out and made things a lot calmer. So if you're in a stress, filling in forms online, reach out to somebody in a section that can help you, and basically they'll fill the form in for you because it's such a stressor. Try not to worry, take a deep breath, and then today's another day. So at least that feels a little bit better. This milk and coffee is fantastic. I sound like an advert now. It's called Oddly Good. It's amazing. It's oat milk, vanilla flavoured. It's absolutely beautiful. I usually get the Starbucks ones from Asda that are vegan, in like a little carton, like a little takeaway carton. They're either £1.20 or £2.40. I don't know why they charge £1 more for a different type of milk. And they used to come flavoured and they were beautiful, but they cost me an arm and a leg. So I bought myself a Kenko coffee jar, and then I've been buying these, and it's saved me, I would say, quite a bit of money. But anyway, getting back to this benefit side of things, at least it feels now that at least I'm moving forward with all this. I've just got to get my head around getting used to this is the way that I'm now being paid. And, looking at it through fresh eyes now. It's all change. It stresses me out, and I said it's the most horrible, horrible system. It's like this for so many people that have got disabilities and that. You've got your health, you're struggling mentally, physically, and then you get given a form. Then you get given another form for that form, for the other form. And I've got a meeting on Friday with my work coach because I can't work. So it's like they've got to just basically, I suppose it's like an updated thing just to see how my health is and that, and any changes. Things like that. I don't know. But it makes me nervous just thinking about it. But I'm trying to sort of keep my head focused and not worry too much. But when you've got a lot going on, it's a lot. But anyway, one step closer to being out the other side of this process. And if you're going through it or about to go into it, it is terrifying. You know, all these different support groups for disabilities are all like, try not to worry. It's not as bad as you might think, and it's not. But when you're struggling to process what's been put in front of you on a form, it might as well be written in double Dutch, because you don't understand half of the questions. You don't understand half of what's been put in front of you. And you're terrified of getting it wrong, writing something down wrong. And that's what my concern was, that suddenly my son is in full-time, you know, he's still a student. He earns, but he's a student. And there was nothing on this form for a section for that either. And I just imagine getting a great big bill and... So anyway, it's all been dealt with. It isn't as bad as you think, but it's still a lot to be going through. It's a lot mentally. It's really, really shit. And even the lady that was helping me with the form, she says it's a really bad process, you know, that makes people stress for no reason. But she was great. She's a lovely lady. I found quite a few of the advisors actually have been really, really nice and helpful. Rather than the ogres that, you know, and that sort of put all sorts. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go. But I just thought I'd do a little bit of an update. That today is a new day. Things feel a little bit brighter. Yeah, I've just got to go out now in a bit. Well, obviously not now because I'm in my night stuff. I'm gonna... Today's plan is to nip to the post office. I've got to take back the old broadband in a box. I'm gonna put some money in at the bank to cover my carer's costs and then pay her. And then I'm gonna do what I need to do, basically. So here we are. It doesn't look very nice outside. It looks like it's gonna absolutely lash it down with rain. It's probably waiting for me to go out in my chair, and as soon as I go out, it'll be all heavens opened. But I'm determined to just crack on best I can. I might try and get some cat things for the cats. We'll see. And then that'll be that. I'm just waiting on next lot of money to go in. And then I can, once I start getting a rhythm with the new payments, I then can look and think, right, okay, I'm getting this on this date, getting this on this date. And then I can sort of look at things differently then and plan how my money's going to be spent. But until then, it's a waiting game. Right, I shall love and leave. Catch you all later. Yeah, bye for now.